Howdy y'all, this is Sonoran Lyre here again, back with another reptile care video. It's been a while, I apologize for that. Just some transitions in my life, moving, things like that, just kind of put me in a little dry spell for a bit as far as just time for content, things like that. But I'm back to it due to some requests by a few individuals who have reached out to me. I'm really excited to get back into this, maybe show some different stuff a little bit further down the line as far as like enclosure building, things of that nature there. Not that I'm very great, I don't know, just putting stuff out for y'all who care, I guess. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the Sonoran Lyre snake, Trimorphodon lambda. These guys are native, first off, to Arizona. The whole kind of Sonoran Desert region there ranges into northern Mexico, far western New Mexico, and then up into portions of southwestern Utah, lower Nevada, and then a portion of eastern California as well. Like I said, that whole Sonoran Desert region there. These snakes are very different compared to other species that I've kept. Just as, I don't know why I said that, they fit the niche, I guess, with the kind of desert species that I'm keeping. For the most part, they have similar requirements, so it fits pretty well in my collection here. They're just a little bit more quirky, I guess, these guys here. As far as their diet in the wild, we'll kind of stay on track with the previous videos there. So with these guys, diet in the wild, primarily consists of lizards, as well as small amounts of rodent prey and bird prey as well. I've heard that these guys will take bats in the wild, which is pretty interesting there. They are rear-fanged, just like the night snakes that I also keep. You may have heard of just that rear fang there. It is non-medically significant to humans. However, if you are allergic, like I know hognose venom can have some effect on people, so I'm sure these guys could have some effect if you were sensitive to their protein buildup there. However, I am pretty gentle with these guys and luckily have not had any close calls. That being said, it is important whenever you do handle rear fang species to use care, be sensitive and aware of the animal there, because there's not a lot of, I guess, information out there on the protein buildup of these guys, prey-specific venom. Anyway, their delivery system's pretty poor. They've got the rear fangs, like I've mentioned, so you have to kind of let them chew on you, or chew on their prey, for the effect to kind of work in there. Thankfully, like I said, I handle these guys in a safe manner and don't come across that with these guys. As far as their diet, we already talked about their diet, but their habits in the wild, for the most part, they are nocturnal. You're going to find them out late at night. During the daytime, they're going to be tucked away in rock crevices or up underneath different material, just hiding, staying out of that sun there. They do have those more elliptical eyes, if I can get that's not really going to focus, sorry about that. More of those elliptical, more cat-like eyes there, which they use for night vision, basically there. In captivity, I primarily feed these guys rodents. I will feed quail as well, frozen thawed quail. I get that from a Cold-Blooded Cafe. If you guys are familiar with them, I definitely would recommend them. As far as sizing goes, this is an adult female here. They usually don't get much larger than about 30 to 36 inches. However, there are longer specimens recorded. Not sure what the record is to my knowledge there. I'm sure you can find that online source there. As far as production, just like your other colubrids, they're going to breed in the late springtime, lay eggs in late summer, and they usually have an average clutch of about 10 eggs there for this species. Now, I do know a gentleman who has produced these. There's two guys that I know that are actively working with this species outside of myself here. Thomas Wilder and Toby Derbyshire. You can find both of those guys on Facebook there. Thomas is more readily producing this species. I actually have 2 captive bred animals from him from last year, some 23 individuals that I really enjoy, or 24 animals. Sorry, they are 23. He raised them up a little bit for me. I got them in 24 there. Anyway, these guys, wonderful captives there. I really enjoy them. I'd say they're most similar to gray-banded king snakes as far as level of care and I guess little quirks, things like that. They can be a little sensitive, or not sensitive, excuse me, just a little picky with their prey. If you do get a wild-caught animal, they are going to be, for the most part, lizard preference feeders there. So it's important that you have stuff to scent those animals with, or scent feeders with, excuse me. Maybe try wash fuzzies, pinkies, things of that nature. When my animals have had a little bit of, feeding abnormalities, kind of break and feed there, typically I just provide some sort of live prey item, typically a step down, usually like a fuzzy or a pinky size there. That way there's less harm for my animals, and there's still that live prey stimulus, and usually that does the job for these guys here. But like I said, for the most part, these guys get frozen thawed rodents with quail as well in there. As far as temperature requirements, like I said, for the most part, similar to an Alterna there. I don't really keep these guys with a whole lot of extra heat. The ambient temperature in my room sticks around 75 to 78. Usually more leaning towards that 78 during the daytime. Sometimes it's the 80, depending on the old installation in my house here, unfortunately. Kind of ebbs and flows between that 78 to 80 degrees in the reptile room here. During the winter time, during the nighttime, excuse me, it does drop down more to that 70 degree range, so you get about a 10 degree temperature difference there. I do find them more active at nighttime, like I mentioned, and being nocturnal. They do tend to prefer to eat at night with these guys. It just kind of makes sense there. They are just really interesting, really neat snakes. Like I said, this is an adult female here. I'll go ahead and grab a hatchling, or a younger animal. Let me put this girl away. Be right back. Here we are. This is a just about a yearling animal that I got. This is a captive bred male produced by Thomas Wilder, Ruby Road locality, which is really neat to see. An underrepresented species having proper locality information. I work with 3 different localities here. I'll get into that a little bit later. Before I get sidetracked, let me go ahead and talk about substrate. These guys, I keep them on a blend of just topsoil and sand. Just kind of mix that to where it looks right in my head as far as different field shots that I've seen. I'll kind of mix up a little bit of rockier material in there, some crushed granite, things like that, just to kind of best replicate the field photos I've seen of these guys, with me never stepping foot within their native range. Unfortunately, I've not seen these guys in the wild, but that is a goal of mine for the future with my captive animals. As far as just, I guess, general caging, provide just well-ventilated enclosures. These Exoterras work great. I also have a nice 4x2x2. That is a PVC enclosure for my largest female, the lady you just saw out. I intend to pair her with a male once I find a locality match. Cochise County is the male I'm looking for there, Arizona. To pair with her. She's in a 4x2x2 black box enclosure there, custom rock work, all sorts of fun stuff there. Plenty of branches. These guys love to climb around a lot, pretty arboreal with their tendencies there, and I just really enjoy coming back home and seeing these guys all sprawled out all along their enclosure. Just really rewarding for me to see animals that I have utilizing their enclosure properly and the way I intended. It's just pretty interesting for me. You may have heard some little huffs from this snake here. That's not sometimes you hear that with respiratory infections, things like that. But with something kind of unique with these younger animals, they tend to do a hiss, or almost like a soft kind of bark almost, just as a in this juvenile stage, as a stay away from me, don't eat me type of predatory defense, which is really interesting. A little jumpy little animals here, just really spunky. I really enjoy the just difference, I guess, compared to anything else that I've kept. Just really interesting snakes here. Anyway, so as far as people captive breeding these, I've mentioned Thomas Wilder and Toby Derbyshire. You can find both of them on Facebook. I hope one day to be able to provide captive bred animals in the future. Just, growing things out, getting things established is what I'm working on right now. But hopefully one day I can help you guys find these really interesting snakes more available in captivity. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any questions or comments, feel free to add those in the comment section down there. You can also reach out to me on Facebook, just my first and last name, Connor Wardle, or on Instagram, Naturalist Herps, all one word there. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have for me. So until next time, guys, see ya.